cut the music.
Just did that whole thing with no audio. Let me come back. Let me come back. Bigger screen for you. I was describing how I just got back from the gym, and so you get to see me in my full white trash glamour this morning. We're going to dive into the charts. So Bitcoin's moving up over the last couple days. We're going to take a look. Are we going to continue the rally? Or the big thumbnail today is breakout, fake out, breakout. And I've been calling for this for weeks, but really specifically, I'm going to show you on the monthly stats, and we're going to see what we can get out of this. So let me get back smaller size here, guys. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Let's see who's here, and we're going to dive right in. Jack, what's up, bro? How are you, man? Mighty Max, guns up. Johnny, number 5. What's up, brother? Johnny says he nailed that Nosama pump. Speaking of which, there's a poll in chat. Be sure you hit up that poll. Let me know what you think. Did you catch the trades I gave? I gave these signals to you guys. I gave them all of you, not just the Discord this time. I gave it out in videos on public YouTube. Max got in on the fetch trade. I don't think I gave fetch trade in YouTube, though. I did give it in the Discord, though. Restore the West says breakout soon. I agree. Love your little avatar. Your, what do y'all guys call that? You know I'm not technologically advanced. Thumbnail picture thing. West Coast, what's up, bro? Salt Chain says morning crew and yes at Restore the West. Can't hear. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. I screwed up. Eons, good morning. Raul, what's up, bro? Thanks for being here, man. Thanks for being here. Go ahead and hit up the poll and chat. Let me know what you guys think. Let me make sure we're streaming cool. Seems like things are a bit wonky, but it looks like everything's okay. So let's dive on in. Let's cover some housekeeping here. First thing, let's look at some P and Ls. We've been racking it up the last few days. I'm just going to show you a handful. I do want to show you one in particular, though. Let's just look at a handful of these, though. Just taken in the last couple of weeks. $900, $3,400, $3,000, $2,300, $2,800, and another $900. Guys, we've been killing it on these Damien and Bjorn signals. If you don't know, get on over AnthonyLeeRaw.com. There's a pinned comment in chat. You can't beat it, guys. We're going to walk through it. I'm going to show you exactly how I got it. Eon says, thank you for the super chat, bro. Eon says, thanks for that Nosana signal. Awesome call. Let's dive into that Nosana real quick. Since you brought it up on the super chat. Super chats take precedence. Everybody knows that. Let's go look at Nosana in case you guys don't know what I'm talking about. Right here on the videos tab at Anthony Lee Raw YouTube. A couple days ago, right here, Nosana flashing major bull signal. I gave it to you guys. I gave it, guys. So if you missed it, it's on you. This indicator is the best. Let's take a look. Nosana, I gave that on the... Let's go to the 4-hour and take a look. The indicator you're seeing down at the bottom is Damien Pro, okay? You can get Damien on the website, okay? You can get Damien on the website, AnthonyLeeRaw.com. I'll show you real quick, and then I'm going to show you what it does for you. And then we're going to dive into what's fixing to happen with Bitcoin and crypto, and you do not want to miss this, I'm telling you. Damien, right there, the very first one, or you can get all 5 indicators right there. You get all 5 for the price of 3, or Damien. And Bjorn, I can't run Damien without Bjorn, but I do have Damien Pro, and most of you don't have that. It's available for Discord only. So if you want that, get in the Discord and hit me up. I will hook you up with Damien Pro. But look at it on Nosana. You're welcome, Eons. Here's your pump. I gave this signal the other day. I put a freaking video out on it. I said, Damien Pro signal firing off now, guys, now. And look at that, guys. This is a freaking 4-hour candle, guys. 4-hour candle. Boom, look at that. 16% pump. So for those of you that caught that, I gave it to you. Damien Pro gave it to me, and I gave it to you. So this is my own personal indicator, but you can get it on the website. And if you're in Discord, I'll hook you up with the Pro version, which is my version. You have to be in the Discord to get the Pro version, though. But right there, 16% pump, given to you, easy breezy, gives you the get out signal. If you want to get out, you're out. You caught about 14% of the 16% pump. Easy breezy, guys. And look at this thing is beast mode, man. Short, gives you these little longs, and these aren't small longs, guys. This long right here, I mean, that's 3%. You can make a lot on a 3%. But that wasn't Damien Pro. That was just regular Damien, which is still good. You can see Damien Pro are the ones with the gold dots. Those give you the bigger pumps, the bigger moves, right? The bigger moves. That's Damien Pro for you guys. But good job, Eons. Proud of you. Thank you, Salt Chain, for posting. There it is, guys. AnthonyLeeRaw.com. Indicators tab right there. I also gave right here to everybody the arc block. I gave this one yesterday. I mean, I gave it yesterday, and what did it pump like 20 minutes later? I gave this arc block update right there. I gave the pro signal. Check it out, guys. Check it out, guys. ABT, let's go to ABT. I can't remember what time frame I gave it on. I think I gave it on the 2-day time frame. Yeah, 2 daily time frame. I came on yesterday, so I wait for this candle to close. It closed. We opened up the new candle. I gave the signal, told you we had confirmed Damien Pro, and just look at this blast off. It is coming back now, but look at the blast off, guys. 35% given to you by Damien Pro, guys. 35% blast off, and this was a fast move, guys. I do not have my VPN on. Everything looks smooth on my end. Uh-oh. Can you guys hear me? Is the audio stalling out too? Hang on one sec. Hopefully everything's okay, guys. Hopefully the stream, everything looks fine on my end. I'm sorry. I hope you guys saw that. I just showed you 3 coins. They pumped about 30%. I gave you the signals in advance. Hopefully you guys took them. I'm not going to re-go through all of that stuff, so hopefully everything is smoothed out now. Somebody let me know if we're smooth or not, please. Mario, Fetch seems to be waking up. Yes. Speaking of Fetch, I gave you the Fetch pump in advance too, but I gave this one only in Discord. Let's go take a look at that real quick. I let everyone know right here on Fetch. What day was this? The new weekly candle just opened, and we were getting Damien Pro firing off. Guys, I'll let you guys know in the VIP Discord. I didn't put out a video on this, but I did let you know in Discord. I'm glad you brought that up, Mario. Fetch, let's take a look at the Fetch. I put it out right here. Right as soon as we got the Damien Pro signal right there, price was right there. Let you know we got it, and since then we've gotten a pump up of about 12%, a little over 12%. So, guys, just giving you these Damien Pro signals. Get on over AnthonyLeeRaw.com. Oh, I'm going to be taking Damien off. I'm taking it off the website. I don't know when. Sometime within the next week or so. You will not be able to get it anymore. This indicator is too good that we have decided we're going to do it as like a sporadic thing here and there, kind of a special promotional type thing. You know how we do. We like to market things, but it's going to be gone. And when it's gone, it's gone. You may not get it again for 6 months or 3 months. We haven't really decided on the schedule, but I'm fixing to take Damien off of the website. So get it today if you want it. I don't even know what day I'm going to take it off. I'm spontaneous like that. Like I'm going to be sitting here one day bored, like, you know what? Taking Damien off. But I'm letting you know. But even when I remove it from the website, if you already have it, you have lifetime access. So you won't lose it. Just the ability for people to get it will be gone very soon. I'm serious. All right, guys. Yeah, altcoins popping off. We're giving these signals. Congrats to those who took them. Let's look at these Bitcoin ones real quick. I want to show you the Bitcoin one. So I posted this yesterday in Discord, and for those of you who are getting this indicator or who just want to know how I trade and how you can catch these signals, I put this in Discord last night. This is how I got in the latest Bitcoin trade that I made $2,800 on, okay, in 24 hours. So that's $100 an hour, okay? Here it is. This is what I did. Pay attention. I have how-to videos on these indicators, but this is how I use it, okay? This is on the 4 hour. Let's take a look at the charts. 4 hour Bitcoin right here. It's this latest one right here, okay? I use these two indicators, Damien Pro, but you could have used Damien too. I just have Pro, Damien Pro and Bjorn, which is the bottom indicator. So this signal right here, Pro just gives me this gold dot. So I use both indicators. I use Damien and I use Bjorn down here, okay? When certain criteria are here on Bjorn, and I have videos on how to use it, when certain criteria there, I get a gold dot, okay, up here. If you don't have Pro, you don't get the gold dot, and you have to kind of decipher this indicator down below, and that's fine. I did that for years, okay? So you can do that. I just kind of simplified it so you don't even have to think about it. And what I did was, and this is all I've done for all of these. Look at these signals. Look at these freaking signals. Anyway, we got this a couple days ago, yesterday, I think, or the day before. Damien Pro dot. And let me go back to Discord. Let me walk you through how I did it. We got number one, boom. We got the Damien Pro 4 hour signal. You didn't have to look at Bjorn to enter because the gold dot was there on Pro, meaning the Bjorn criteria was there. And if you look down at Bjorn, number one says Bjorn confirmed up at the time of the 4 hour Pro signal, so you got a gold dot. Boom, so I entered the trade there. Entered the trade, okay? Price did what it's supposed to do. And then right here in this section, you can see it cooled off, okay? And my text here to people says, price cooled off, lackluster pullback because Bjorn ticked down. No Damien exit signal, so the trade stays open. And you can see down here on Bjorn, right here, volatility, the multicolor line started coming down. That doesn't mean get out. That just means things are cooling off. And that's right here where things just kind of went sideways and downish, but not an aggressive dump. So there's no reason to get out because volatility was cooling off. That means we're not fixing to aggressively pull back. Okay, so I stayed in the trade and watched it. And then number three, I see on Bjorn that volatility ticked back up with stochastic to the upside. So that told me we're fixing a push up out of there. So that let me know to stay in my trade. And sure enough, that's when we started picking up, okay? So I stayed in the trade. So I used Damien Pro to enter, and I used Bjorn to manage it. Bjorn shows me how to navigate the waters. And then on 4, I said if stochastic flips down and confirms down, I exit, or if I get a Damien sell signal, I exit. But at the time that I posted this, we had not gotten that. And you can see we still have not gotten the Damien exit signal. It doesn't mean we won't. And if we do, yeah, sure, I didn't sell the bitty top, but that's okay. If it flashed right now, I could close and get out, and I've still made $2,800 bucks. That's how I do it. That's it. It's that easy. It's that easy. And I have walkthrough videos on all of this, guys. So go get your indicators. I'm not going to keep harping on it. I just want you to get it before it's gone. Tell me. I've challenged everybody all week, and I'm not going to do it after this week. But tell me if you can, I'm on the 6 hour time frame. Tell me if you can find an indicator that's better than this. I challenge you. I freaking challenge you to find one. Because if you find one, I want it. I'm not bragging. I want that indicator. This was created around my trading parameters. It's not just a run-of-the-mill, oh, we'll give you a signal. Like if I sat down when I was creating the indicator, I said, what do I want to see on all these different indicators? What do I want to see on this one and that one and that one and Confluent? What do I want to see to enter a trade? And I said, okay, let's take all of those parameters and put it in one indicator. And that's what you get. So it's like your personal little Anthony Lee bot. Like it tells you when I'm entering trades. And this is it. I can't believe nobody's thought to do this before. Anyway, that's it. Let's move it on. All right, let's talk about the monthly time frame. So the thumbnail of the video, let's see. All right, stream's better for everyone. Chris, what's up, brother? West Coast says it's an amazing indicator. Thanks, man. I think so too. Thank you. All right, let's look at the monthly time frame. The thumbnail today is breakout, fake out, breakout. What do I mean by that? And I'm dead serious. This is exactly what I think is about to happen on Bitcoin, and I've been calling for this. So for those of you that don't know, maybe you're new here, every single month we put out monthly stat videos. We put this out on the last day of the month for the next month. So these stats came out, actually we put these out on July 30th, I think. So a couple days before August 1st. But this is what we called for. And what I've done is I've gone through flashbang. Watch this, guys. Flashbang. Get ready for your eyes. I've gone through every year in the history of Bitcoin, every August, every July, every June, all of the months. And I've tracked what you opened at, what you closed at, the wick high, wick low, high date, low date. And I try to find the trend. What usually happens. Now, that doesn't mean it has to happen, but we're pretty damn good at this. We get this pretty damn close every single month. And we just historical averages, and Bitcoin is a very trendy coin most of the time. And this is what we came up with for August. And if you missed it and you need your little proof, go back and watch the videos. But here's what we came up with for July. We literally called it, like literally drew this blue line before the month even started. So down, up, dip, then rip. This was our target. We came up a little short, but pretty damn close. And by the way, because we have a target here, that is an average, which means sometimes you came here, sometimes you came here, and the average is in the middle, right? So I'd say we pretty much nailed this one. I mean, you couldn't have done it any better. Anyway, here's our August stats, and pay attention to this. We are moving up exactly on track. We're calling for this box right here, calling to move up here, and then a move down, okay? Let me show you one more thing. So our stat here is 86% chance. So 86% of the time, the high or the low is set in the first week. 86%. There's 2 more days. Today, I guess today, tomorrow, and Friday. 7th would be the end of the first week. So we have 3 days, 2.5 days that the high or low will be in with an 86% chance, okay? Now, we did come down. What did we come down? What is our wick low for the month? Our wick low for the month is 0.8%. Now, that could be the low. It could be the low. We did a couple months ago set a high of a 0.5%, a 0.5%, but I don't think so. Let me pull this back over, flashbang. 3 times, here's our wick low in the far right corner, okay, far right column. 3 times, 1, 2, 3, well, 4, 5. Let's say 5 times we've set a wick low of 8%, 7 or 8%, okay? 3 7% and 2 8%. Those are the lowest. So 7% is the lowest ever. 5 times has been 7 or 8%. 5 times. That's it. So I'm not saying you can't set a wick low at a 0.5% or 0.8%, but you never have before. Okay, so this would be an extreme outlier if we were to do that, which is possible. Okay, but I just don't think so, especially given the other predictions that we've come up with on this month. And go watch the video if you want in-depth dive on that. I'm not going to go through it here. But what that tells me, guys, is we need to be looking for shorts, okay? We need to be looking for a move down. The move down is coming. We've been calling for this move down for over a month, not just with this, okay? And I'm going to show you why. And I'm going to show you, I'm telling you exactly what's going to happen. And if I'm wrong, I will be the first to come on here and tip my hat. I will put my hair down. I will let you guys see, and I will apologize. But we're going to get a breakout, fake out, breakout. Now, what do I mean by that? Okay. So this is our historical stats. So we're already looking for this. Check this out. We have a perfect bull flag forming here. You see it? See the bull flag? Okay. And I'm not a pattern bro, okay? But It's already breaking out, so the writing's kind of already on the wall. And I'm not saying we have to come up to this box, but it would make sense. These are all relatively equal highs. That's how a breakout works. Do you understand that? That's why a bull flag or bear flag works so well. Because if you look at the bottom, let me zoom in here. If you look at the bottom, these wicks, there's no need to come here. That doesn't mean they can't come here, but there's no need to really come there because each one of these, you have liquidity below this. Well, this wick grabbed that liquidity, and this wick grabbed that liquidity. So there's no need to come there. But you set these relatively equal highs that have liquidity built up, liquidity, 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 and it never got taken. That's why a bull flag works, because it comes up here, and once you break this first one, it's like gunpowder, because shorts get liquidated or shorts get stopped out, creating buy orders. So it creates the gunpowder effect when you have 1, 2, 3, just boom, boom, boom. And you're able to quickly liquidate all of these relatively equal highs. That's how it works, okay? So that's why bull flag, people like bull flags or bear flags if you're trying to short. So there's no need to come get this. So the natural order would be to come get all this liquidity here, right? So, however, we have these relatively equal lows right here that never got taken, okay? So what's fixing to happen, guys, in my opinion, and we already think the low is in for Bitcoin, okay? That's already my prediction. But what's fixing to happen is we're fixing a bull flag breakout, which is actually a fake out to come get these relatively equal lows right here, get everybody super bullish at value area low, right? Because this is our range. Get everybody super bearish when you break value area low. But all they're really doing is a liquidity run. Everybody opens up big shorts here thinking we got to be coming for these lows, which we're not. Do you know why we're not coming for those lows? Besides all the reasons I've already shown you, but you know why we're not coming for those lows? Because they've already been taken. Liquidity's already been taken. And then it was taken there and then taken a third time there. So taken. So you're going to break out, but you're not fixing to leave this behind. So this breakout is a fake out to a real breakout, guys. This is exactly what's fixing to happen. I'm telling you, I've been doing this for 12 years, and I'm not always correct, okay? I'm not always right up to the top. This is exactly what's fixing to happen, guys. Don't be mad at me. People get so mad when I tell them this stuff. Don't be mad. Just plan for it. Plan for it. If we come up in here, get ready to short. And why do we short? Because we've never set a low less than 7% ever. And we've only come down 0.8% this month. This is not the low of the month. Breakout, fake out, breakout, guys. Get ready for it. I'm telling you. And we will confirm all this on Damien as we go. Carrie Benz, what's up, bro? Good to see you back in here, man. Carrie Benz says, hey, crew, I see Anthony's stats on point as always. We try, man. Man, we got it going with that Damien indicator. West Coast says he never knew why bull flags work. That seems obvious now. Yeah, right? That's why. Just a liquidity grab. That's why they usually break to the upside, because you don't need to come to the downside because it's already been taken. The only reason to come to the downside that this would possibly fail as a bull flag is if they're going to go ahead and come get this stuff. Liquidity moves markets, nothing else. Yeah, you can have a narrative, a news event that but for the most part, 350 days out of the year, there may be 2 weeks worth of big news events. It's moved by liquidity. So they're just coming on a liquidity run. That's all it is. So get ready for it, guys. Breakout, fake out, breakout. That's also, I say I'm not a pattern bro, and I'm not, but that's also going to create your nice little, you're going to start to see this head and shoulders pattern that people are going to draw. We think in September for this breakout maybe? Yeah. Probably late August into early September, yes. If I had to guess, late August into early September. Guys, I'm trading on KCEX today. KCEXtrading.com. Hit it up, Salt Chain. KCEXtrading.com. They're working on a good campaign for us. I talked to the rep today. They're working on a good free bonus money campaign. Get on over there. The lowest fees in the market. 0 spot trading fees. 0.01% futures trading fees. That is literally like 5 or 6 times less than most exchanges. KCEXtrading.com. Go directly. Excuse me, guys. John 316. Welcome, brother. Thank you for the super chat. Excuse me. He says ZBCN. We'll take a look at ZBCN. Zbeck, I've looked at this before, I think. Did I do a Zbeck video? If you ever want to know if I did a video on something, guys, you can come over to the YouTube channel. There's a search feature on the main page. You can click search, and you can type in whatever you want. I did not do a Zbeck video. Somebody asked about it, though. I don't know why I didn't do it. Oh, I didn't do it because it's brand new. All right, so I'll tell you what I tell everybody on this, and I'll do a little TA for you, bro, because you super chatted me. But I cannot give you a bull run. That's why I didn't do it. I can't give you a bull run price prediction because this coin has only been around since 2024, okay? And let me tell you something in case you don't understand. And maybe you do. I don't mean that. But to do an potentially accurate, I know nobody knows, do a potentially, for me, to do a proper prediction on an altcoin or any asset, you have to have a previous bear market and bull market, okay? The reason being, you have to determine macro market structure. Are you in bullish market structure? Are you in bearish? You don't know here because we're in a bear market now. We're in a bear market now, but you don't know where the previous bear market would have been if it would have been around. Okay, for example, you could have had a bull run and then a bear market and then another bull run, and now you're way down here below previous bear market, which means you're macro bearish. So you can expect a lower high and lower low, but you don't know that on this coin because there's not enough history. So for long-term investment on a coin like this, all you have to go by is what they're telling you, the narrative. What the team says the project is going to do, and I don't invest that way because numbers don't lie, but people do. So for me, I wouldn't touch this coin as an investment. And I mean, this could be the greatest thing ever. This thing could blast off to $1,000 for all I know, but I want to see the history just for me, right? But let's do a little short-term analysis, but I can't tell you what I think about the bull run. Okay, let's start on the weekly. I mean, it doesn't look terrible. Nothing really going on here on the weekly. Let me pull up Bjorn. Nothing really going on here on the weekly. You're getting Bjorn expansion here. This is the volatility meter down below. Let me zoom in so you can see it. This doesn't look good at all. You're getting volatility ticking up. The multicolor line means things are fixing to probably pick up aggressively. Now, this just ticked up. It was headed down, so it's not confirmed. Excuse me, I'm on the weekly time frame, so this will confirm with Sunday's close, so it's unconfirmed right now, okay? This could flip around between now and then, but as of now, you're getting volatility tick up with stochastic to the downside, which means you can expect an aggressive move down on this coin in the short term, near term, medium term. Here's the weekly time frame. And you can see you're already starting to get that this week. Since this ticked up with stochastic down, I mean, you're already down like 8% on the week. So this doesn't look good, but again, it's unconfirmed. You want to wait for confirmation at the end of the week. That's on the weekly. Let's look at the 2-week. 2-week headed down. Look at Damien. Damien gave it to you right here, the big sell signal on the 2-week. Since Damien gave you the sell signal, you're down 58%. Damien gave you the buy signal here too. Last buy signal, you moved up 900%. All right, so here's a bit of encouragement, but unconfirmed. You're getting a 2-week buy signal on Damien, okay? However, it is unconfirmed and it will not confirm for another 11 days, okay? The last time you got a 2-week buy signal on ZBank, you got a 900% pump, okay? But again, this was confirmed. This was confirmed. This is not confirmed. So by the time this next 11 days is up, this could tick off. So you don't want to look at this and be like, oh, here we go, blast off. Because if this moves down more, this could invalidate. So never take a signal trade, not financial advice, but never take a signal trade that is unconfirmed. You've only ever gotten this 3 times. The first time you got 177% pump, then a 900% pump, and now we'll see if you get confirmation on this. So it looks like the weekly's headed down, but it's unconfirmed. But the 2-week is headed up, so it looks like what it's probably going to do is something like this. Again, I would really want to wait on confirmation, but it looks like if it plays out like it usually does, it's going to do a little something like this and then this. But this could last 2-3 weeks. So I would look for some near-term downside. And if, near-term I mean a couple weeks, and if this confirms in 11 days, I would look for things to pick up like they did the previous 2 times. But it doesn't mean you can't come down another 10 or 15% before you start to move up. But again, I can't stress it enough because people don't seem to hear this. I'm not saying you don't. Wait for this to confirm though. It confirms possibly in 11 days. This is a fresh 2-week candle. I hope that helps. And if you come back in 2 weeks, we'll take another look at this. Come back in 11 days, we'll take another look at this and see if it confirmed. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you. Hawkborn. Thank you for the super chat, Hawkborn. Hawkborn says, are you selling Damien Pro? Yeah. So everybody can get Damien. Everybody. Everybody can get Damien on the website, anthonyleeraw.com. You can get Damien. You can get all of the indicators. Damien is right there, the first one. Everybody can get this. For now, I'm taking it off the website within the next week, maybe 2 weeks at the most. But if you're in Discord and you want my version, my personal version, Damien Pro, you have to go get Damien on the website and then message me in Discord and let me know you want the Pro version instead. But if you're not in Discord, you cannot get Pro. Thank you for the super chat, brother. Let's look at our poll, see if anybody took the trades I gave. I gave 3 altcoin trades. I really gave 4, but I did videos on 3 of them. Everybody was scared. No, nobody took it. About a third of you took the Nosana pump. Good job, guys. Good job, guys. Yeah, Hogborn. Go get it, bro. And all you do in Discord, if you're in Discord already, you go to the website. I do not have Pro on the website because it is not for the public. You check out for regular Damien. Do a checkout for regular Damien. Then message me. Say, hey, I just checked out for regular Damien, but I want Pro. And I will add you lifetime access to Pro instead. getting, all right, so I'm going to close. Let me look at the 4 hour. Let me refresh. I may have to close a trade right here live on stream with you guys. We're getting the 6. We just confirmed the 6 hour Damian Pro sell signal. I don't know if I'm going to close it though. Volatility is cooling off while stochastic's down, but because volatility is headed down, not only is it headed down, it is way down. That means that this is probably not going to pull back very far. Now, if stochastic stays down and volatility ticks up, then this thing could accelerate. But right now, it doesn't look like it wants to. Although, look at this, guys. They could come get that quick. Probably what they're going to do is this. Bing, bing, bing. There'd be that looks like a good liquidity run right there. Bring it back down to about 63K. I'm going to stay on the 4 hour. Now I'm going to close my trade. Hang on a second. I got to do it on my phone. I hate that I can't pull my trades up on stream anymore. I need carry bins to soup up my VPN or something. It always lags up. I'm going to close this trade. Trading on KCEX, guys. KCEXtrading.com. All right, I closed it out. Closed out. KCEXtrading.com. I don't know if y'all can see or not. I'll pull it up in just a minute on screen. KCEXtrading.com. All right, I closed it out. We made $2,800. I just showed where we were at the beginning of the stream. This is where we were at the beginning of the stream. What was that? Where were we at? 2808. I just made 2720, so close enough. $2,800, $2,700. And this is the one, if you're in Discord right here in the general Discord, not even VIP. I posted this in general Discord for you guys last night. How I got into this trade right there with the Damian Pro and how I managed it and why I didn't get out right here with the pullback. So go check that out if you're in Discord. Carry bins does all the time. What, you're not going back to work on the Gala Games thing? Chris just trying to work through all the information. Hey, bro, Chris, by the way, if you weren't here Monday, Chris, did you get your 500 USDT? Let the folks know. We did a giveaway to the super chatters on Monday, and he got 500 USDT. I sent it to you immediately when we got off stream. He asked if fetch is my main focus or am I diversified in alts? I don't want to miss this bull run and need to know what alts look most promising. Okay, that's a good question. Fetch is my main holding. I have 800,000 fetch, a little over about 840,000 fetch. But check it out. On the page, if you go over to the YouTube channel, here you go. There's a video right here from 2 weeks ago. It's called My Top 5 Altcoins right here for the biggest gains. These are the altcoins. I've done TA macro bull run predictions on probably 100 altcoins. And these are the ones that I think, and let me tell you guys, I don't give a shit about fundamentals and what people tell you the narrative is and how they're curing cancer. Based upon technical, macro technical analysis, these 5 coins I think have the greatest return on investment percentage gains. Potentially, not financial advice. It doesn't mean they're the most bullish coin. It doesn't mean, it just means based upon their technicals and where price is now and where I predict it to go, the percentage multiplier on these 5 coins are the highest that I predict. Okay? So go check out that video. But yeah, Fetch is my biggest holding. I have Fetch and INJ. Chris, did you get your $500, bro? The people want to know, and now it looks like I stiffed you because you didn't answer. And if you didn't get it, I need to figure out why not. All right, Chris definitely got it. Good. I wasn't going forward until you answered me one way or the other. Good. Glad you got it. You're welcome. You are welcome. Got a couple of reports about to come out here, guys. Speaking of reports, guys, I showed this the other day. I just can't stress how exciting this is, guys. For those of you that don't know, well, we'll go back and look at Ethereum. Even though I don't like Ethereum, I don't hold Ethereum. It has the most history, or one of the most history. Go on the monthly time frame. Guys, check this out. I don't think you understand how massive this is. I don't think any of you, well, I don't say that any of you, but I don't think people understand how massive this is. I'm throwing on PMI. The PMI, let me move it to the bottom. It's not an indicator. Uh-oh. I don't like that. Let me move it down. There we go. Okay. First of all, up top, Kraken Pro monthly signal has not only fired off on Ethereum, but it has confirmed. It's done. It's over. It is confirmed. This is confirmed. You've only ever gotten this 3 times, now 4. So we'll see what happens. But every single time you got it in the history of ETH, Kraken signal has been the bottom, guys. The bottom of every bear market. Bottom, bottom, bottom. So we just got it. And it's confirmed. We don't got to wait around and wonder if it's going to confirm. It is confirmed. It is confirmed. But looking down below at what I just put on the chart is PMI. So anytime PMI has gone above 55 has been alt season. Okay. Now it doesn't always tick off right that month, right? I'll tell you what you need. Let's mark it out. You went above there. You went above there. And we just went above, Monday? Monday we had the PMI report. So all of last cycle, PMI never got above 55, which is why a lot of people believe that's why alt season was so small, lackluster. You had a few altcoins just rip, but most of them just kind of did okay, right? Nothing compared to what we're used to, right? Well, it's because PMI didn't come over here over 55. We just got it. PMI just got it. We just got it. So this is big time exciting. But what we want to see, guys, in my opinion, we need it to hold for a couple of months, okay? Like you see here, we got above it here, but it took about 2 months. Took about 2 months. The low was already in. Damien gave you the low. It took about 2 months and then blast off. So I think investors are going to want to make sure that next month this doesn't roll right back over. Okay, so what we want to see is this just kind of do like that. It comes out once a month, the first Monday of the month, I think. But this is big time exciting. This is a step in the right direction, guys. PMI. see if I got the... Here's another one, guys. This is Fetch. This is Fetch overlaid on the Russell 2000. You got the Russell 2000, the blue line, and Fetch are the candles. And you can see when you get gapped up, you get these big gaps away. I'm sorry, I said that wrong. The candles are the Russell, and Fetch is the blue. When you get these gaps, and you can see the Russell ran up here, and it looks like Fetch ran with it, but it didn't. If you see right here, this is the monthly time frame. Fetch actually stayed flat for several months here. Actually, this is the weekly time frame. Regardless, stayed flat for a while, and then it caught up in a big-time hurry. Same thing here. The Russell was elevated. Fetch was low. Fetch caught up in a big-time hurry. Same thing here. And look at this gap we have now, the biggest gap of all time, guys. And we showed what this actually looked like for Fetch. Anytime there was that kind of a gap, look, Fetch did a 1,700% gainer, 660, 1,000%. Big, fast catch-ups, guys. And look, this is just a matter of a few weeks. Look at this. Just a few candles, 1,000% rally. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 candles there, 1,700% rally. And we have this massive freaking gap right now. Massive gap. The Russell's way up here. Fetch is down here. All of the altcoins. PMI is lining up. PMI is over 55, which has always meant alt season. Big gap in the Russell. Damian monthly indicators firing off and confirmed. I'm telling you guys, we're fixing to get something that's going to catch everybody off guard. Everybody's looking for lower. And you know how that works, guys. When we're at the top, and everybody's looking for higher, what happens? What happens? Everybody's looking for higher at Bitcoin 126. What happens? They rip price away with a huge candle here. I mean, that's like a 20, 30% candle on Bitcoin. We have everything lining up that crypto needs to play catch up in a hurry. PMI is in line. Everything's macroeconomically. Interest rates are flat. We've shown how we need flat interest rates. Everything's lining up. People are fixing to get caught off guard, I'm telling you, and it's going to happen fast. And it's fixing to happen right here this month. Breakout, fake out, breakout into September. I'm telling you guys. All right, let's open it up for a few questions. Anybody has questions, alts, indicator questions, whatever it is. You're welcome, Chris. Questions. Fetch pulling back a little bit since we started the stream. See if anything else is blasting off. Not really. Big pullback on LCX. People love this coin. This coin looks awful. This coin looks terrible. I don't know why people like this coin. This coin looks terrible. Hell, we even wicked below the box that I said we would come to. This was like my low of the bear market box. It just wicked below it. Jasmine does not look terrible. Jasmine does not look terrible at all. Jasmine looks ultra bullish. This is where people don't understand. And I'm not picking on you, bro. I didn't understand this for a long time. Jasmine looks super freaking bullish. Jasmine is on my videos here of top 5 altcoins for the biggest gains. This is where everybody gets it wrong, and I'm not knocking on you. I want to teach you, bro. Matter of fact, I'm not going to go into super detail, but you should come over here to the page, search Jasmine, and watch this Jasmine video right here. Let me show you guys. I want to try to teach you guys. When you're looking at your altcoins, let me pull up Jasmine. Let me just show you. There is nothing bullish about or bearish about this coin. Let me turn some of this off. You're looking at this coin and you think it looks bearish because I guarantee you're not looking at market cap. You're looking at price. You can't do that. Okay, price has nothing to do with the bullishness of a coin. Okay, I'm gonna prove it to you. Let me turn this off. Watch this, guys. You have to do this, guys. You have to do this. If you're trying to invest, you have to do your research. Don't just look at a price chart and think, oh, that's bullish, or oh, that's bearish. Some things look bullish on price and they're not, and you're going to get wrecked. Some things look bearish and they're the most bullish coins you've seen. You have to deep dive. Okay, so I've got Jasmine Price. Let me make sure I'm on the same time frame. All right, Jasmine Price on the left. Sorry, trying to go on the same time frame. Jasmine Price on the left. Jasmine market cap on the right. Now you see on price how it looks like you're about to, this is your bear market low right here on price, right? It looks like you're pretty close to taking it out. So I give you, it looks pretty bearish, right? You had this big drop down, looks pretty bearish, right? No, don't get it twisted. This coin is ultra freaking bullish. Look at the market cap on this thing. It's not even close to taking out the low. Not even freaking close, okay? This is a hidden gem. And let me tell you why this looks so bearish on the right. And so let me tell you, matter of fact, I hate to call out people of who comment on my videos, but I'm going to show you why this guy is a retard. Not you. This guy I'm about to show you. He deserves to be called out. Sorry. I'm not going to be able to find it. Gosh, I can't remember what video he said it on. I wish I could remember what video. Whatever it was, I was talking about, I wish I could find this. Whatever it was, I was talking about token unlocks, right? Talking about token unlocks, and he said, token unlocks, are you gay? And I'm like, what? Here we go. It's on the Caspa video. I want to call this guy out. Don't let that deter you from commenting on my videos. Just don't call me gay. If you call me gay, you deserve it. But you guys need to understand this. I'm about to teach you something right here. Whoever this guy is, who cares? Are you gay? Token unlocks, are you gay? This guy. Oh, what's really funny about this? Let me tell you what's really funny about this guy. You guys should go absolutely troll this guy. So he calls me gay. Nothing wrong with gay people, but he calls me gay. And so we go in and we're looking at his little playlist here, and he's got like Taylor Swift and Wham and George Michael and Celine Dion. This dude, like rocking the George Michael and stuff, and Lady Gaga, and he's going to come over to my channel and call me gay. Come on, bro. Anyway, token unlocks. So look at Jasmine. I'm going to, remember this, market cap. Look how bullish this is, brother. Look how freaking bullish. But notice how this looks nothing like this, right, on price. But that doesn't mean this is bearish, because that means people are buying this coin. That is, market cap is how much money is in the coin, and people are keeping this coin massively elevated from the lows. Even though it looks like you're near the lows on price, you are nowhere near the lows. That means people believe in this coin. Otherwise, people would have sold this off in record numbers, and your market cap would be right back down here. That's not the case. You're just being waterlogged with token unlocks, and I'm going to show you, okay? So at the time of the high here, at the time of your high, you had 5 billion coins in circulation. Well, now you have 50 billion. So you have 10 times more coins in circulation than you had at your all-time high back here, okay? So price is being weighed down because you have so many more coins. But you're massively bullish. They're showing you how bullish you are. So when this price starts kicking up, you may never get back to here, because to get to here, you have 10 times your market cap. But it doesn't mean you can't move a lot, because they're showing you on market cap that they believe in this coin and that they refuse to sell it off back down to what you look like on price. Does that make sense? Like, they are not selling this off. A bearish coin takes out its market cap low. A bullish coin maintains it, and oh my gosh, this sucker, is it ever maintaining? Let me give you an example. We'll look at Fetch. You see how these are bear market lows. Bear market low, market cap, bear market low, bear market low. When they don't come back and take out this bear market low, not even close, they rip, okay? So you need to understand that no matter what price looks like, they're fixing to rip this coin to the upside, right? Right? So my predictions for Jasmy are 9 cents. And then that again, that is not your all-time high, because you'd have to 10x your market cap to get to all-time. That 10x is huge. But from bear market lows here, you're still looking at like a 22, 23x. And this one is going to catch people off guard, because just like you look at price and think it looks bearish, it's not. The big players, the big investors are telling you, when you look at the market cap, that this coin is not bearish, that they believe in this project, and that they are willing to keep price, or market cap rather, elevated on this project. And that is going to translate to price. Telling you, Jasmy's going to turn heads. Watch what I tell you. Yeah, Carrie Benz, I'm pretty sure he is. But he was like, token unlocks, are you gay? I'm like, bro, token unlocks matter. Token unlocks matter big time. For people who don't think token unlocks matter, go look at WorldCoin, which I love WorldCoin. Go look at WorldCoin. This is a good example right here. WorldCoin set a price all-time high of 12 bucks here, 150 million coins. You unlocked a shitload of coins, 2 billion coins. So you 10x'd your unlocks and set a price of $2.20. However, at the time you set 220, you almost tripled your market cap. So you were 3 times more bullish right here than you were right here. But price never came back to here, even though you had 3 times more money in the coin, because you unlocked so many coins. So for somebody to be like, are you gay? You're talking about token unlocks. It's because it matters, retard. It's because it matters a lot. Because you can think a coin is bullish, has bullish narrative, like WorldCoin has one of the most bullish narratives, but you'll never see $12 again. And if you don't understand that token unlocks is why you'll never see $12 again, then you're going to round trip your bags like everybody here who expected $12. It's not because this wasn't bullish. This was 3 times more bullish than it was here. You just got diluted with token unlocks. So you better understand token unlocks. Which is one reason I'm still bullish on Fetch. Fetch had it didn't have token unlocks, but it had a merger, which is kind of the same thing. You added tokens to your circulating supply. And you need to be aware of this too if you're thinking about Fetch. Fetch's all-time high, you had 750 million coins. Well, now you have 2.3 billion. So triple. But you also had 2.3 billion here, which is your market cap all-time high. Okay, so you haven't added any cents here, but even though you had 2.3 here, and this high is not as high as this, you were double the market cap. 5.2 billion compared to 2.6. So I'm not afraid of the unlocks on Fetch, because you already had them and you still did $2.20. So if you go back to $2.20, I can still get a 15, 16x out of the deal, and I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. I don't care if you set a new all-time high, but I'm aware of the token unlocks. But even with token unlocks, we still showed bullish market cap. And this is, you have to understand this, guys. You have to be looking at this stuff. So even with the token unlocks, even with token unlocks here, you still came back and set a new high in market cap. This was 750 million. This was 2.3 billion. So it didn't deter people from buying. You still set a new high, even though price did not. So I'm cool if we don't come set a new high. I'm cool with just going back to there. Perfectly fine. I will 15x my money and get out of the way. I have 840,000 coins. 840,000 and change. So if I sell that for, we just do the same thing as last cycle, market cap wise, I go to 220, I'll sell mine for $1.8 million. No problem. And I'll show you guys my targets on Fetch. Although I have tons of Fetch videos. There's my targets on Fetch. I have a bear case, conservative case, and bull case. I will probably get out at $1.70-ish, probably, at least most of my holdings, but I will trade this along the way. Wherever I need to trade it, I have key levels. I'll trade this along the way to increase my holdings. So I'm going to take my 840,000 coins and try to make it 1.5 million before we get up here to $1.70. That's my plan. You're welcome, Mario. I think Jasmine's huge. I really do. But yeah, guys, go over to the channel, watch that video. I put it out 2 weeks ago. My top 5 altcoins for biggest gains. These are the ones I think are going to do the highest multiple. Highest multiplier. All right, guys, any questions before we go? I will look at anything. You want to see if any signals are firing off? I'll be damned. I just closed this trade and it's blasting off. Son of a bitch. That's all right. We made 2,700 bucks. We're getting Alexander buy signal, guys. I don't think I had Alexander on at the time. If you don't have Alexander, you can get it here too. It's down here, or it's part of the suite. You might as well just get the suite. You get all 5 indicators for the price of 3. But Alexander, I use as continuation. Here's how it works. Damien is entry. Bjorn, let me clear this up. Bjorn is management. No. Let me start over. Damien is entry. Alexander is this little signal here. So entry, continuation, management. This is how I decide to get out, is by using this. I enter on Damien. Alexander tells me to stay in. Bjorn tells me when I need to get out. I don't think anybody can find a better system. I was not looking at Alexander earlier. I would not have closed that trade because this just told me continuation. And here it is, outlined for you guys. This is what's fixing to happen. This is what's fixing to happen. And we put it on the chart like this on July the 30th. Just like that. Why am I not deleting this stuff? There. Put it on the chart just like this. But now we're creating the bull flag, breakout, fake out, breakout. Okay, guys, if we don't have any questions, I'll give you a few more seconds. Questions, alts, Bitcoin, trades, Damien, indicators, anything you want to see. You know the website, AnthonyLeeRaw.com. It's right up there up top. Let me throw the guns up top. It's right up there up top. That's for Hogborn. All right, guys, everything looks good. We're on target. Remember, the low is not in for the month, so be looking for shorts. I will let the VIP Discord know when I take my big short. I will let you know for sure. Use your indicators. You can take trades whether I enter them or not. Just wait on confirmation. If you enter on a time frame, stay on that time frame. People mess up because you enter on the 4 hour and then you drop down to the 15 minute. Let's look at that. Because some people don't know. And I want you guys to be better traders. All right, so I know I got out of this trade. I know. But I made $2,700. Do you see how there's no reason to get out of this trade on the 6 hour time frame? You got Damien Pro signal. We're up in it. You might could have got out here, okay? If anything, you could have got out right here. Right here, right? But let's drop to like the 15 minute. Like you want to get out 1,000 times on the 15 minute. Like I want to get out here. Gosh, I want to get out here. I want to get out here. I want to get out. Don't do that. Don't do that. It's too flippy floppy. It's too flippy floppy. Even looking at Bjorn, if you're trying to manage this on the 15 minute, this is crazy. Now, if you trade on the 15 minute, you're scalping, then yeah, stay on that and manage it there because you're scalping. But if you're on the 6 hour, look at the 6 hour. Look at the stochastic on the 6 hour down below. Look, we'll go back to 15 minute. Look at the 15 minute during this time. Look at the 15 minute. Look at it. Flippy, floppy, up and down, up and down, up and down. Chop. Right? 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 Go back to the 6 hour. It's not. It's just up. It's just the up. But you would have gotten chopped out of this trade a long time ago if you entered on the 6 hour, then dropped to the 15 minute to watch it like a hawk. Don't do that shit. Enter on the 6 hour. Stay on the 6 hour. It will tell you when to get out. I know I got out. I took this. I got out. Okay. But I could have got back in here, but I wasn't watching my Alexander signal. So whatever. I made $2,700. I don't care. Stay on the time frame you trade on, whether it be the hour, the 4 hour, the daily, whatever. That is your tip for the day. All right, guys, no questions. I'm gone. The Lord loves you. I love you guys. I will see you next time.